So months ago, we talked about Gilbert Arena speculating about Cenat's deal when it comes to streaming. And I thought they possibly was projecting. And it turns out that that was correct. He was projecting about Cenat's deal. But since that point, Gilbert Arena's platform, the Gill Arena, has done a little rebrand and introduced Skip Bayless and some more people like Akeem Talib to come on the platform to talk about football. So I know people have been wondering, okay, so what does this mean business-wise for Gill? Like, what's up with that? Because sometimes he's not even on the show. But let's walk towards that point. So months ago, they were saying this. It says, Gilbert Arenas discusses Cenat's current content house project, suggestion is funded by UTA, similar to how agencies finance new NBA podcasters, owning their channels and paying them a percentage of the revenue.
But yeah, what they do is they sign these kids to these 360 type of deals. Basically saying we'll put you in the house, we'll give you
the hype houses and all that shit.
We'll give you like, 20 grand a month, and you ain't got to pay no rent and all that stuff. So when you ain't making that kind of money, like fuck yeah, and we'll make you famous. And then that's where they get all their backing from. Because there's no way that somebody like Kai is doing everything he doing, living with niggas still. Get the fuck out of. If you making millions on top of millions on top of me, you're not living with a nigga. And you a young boy too, so y'all gonna be out there flashing. But you know what I mean? It's like I look at it like we see country. You see Country Wayne. You can see, okay, this nigga's. We see what he's doing with his money. Like, so I be trying to figure like the content, like if they live in a content house, they don't get their own. It's not their money.
Here we go.
Like they don't own their content like that. So I don't know anybody who does.
Wow.
Like I don't know if Kai does or not. Like I don't know what they're doing. Oh, Kai is signed to UTA. Oh, then I can find out that information then.
Go ask you.
Wow.
But I know the content, somebody wanted me to do a content house, and it was like, this is how you do it, boom, boom. And I was like, man, I'm not robbing no nigga, man. Fuck that.
You should do a boot camp, though, for all the athletes who want to try to get into the space. And then make them sign 350 deals. They can keep 10 of it.
Like, I can tell you this. Put it like this. All these podcasters from NBA players that's coming out of the woodworks, that's shooting up on fire, they not making no money. Let's just say that.
Especially Gill Arena, we were poor.
Like, yeah, I'm telling you, like some of them big podcasts, some of y'all favorite podcasts that got them big companies behind them, the talent ain't making no money. They deal is like $2,000 an episode, $2,000 to $5,000 an episode, and they get 25% or 50% of ad money. So basically, let's just say this: there's one of them out there. The channel makes about $150,000. They have to give all the revenue to them, and they get about $2,500 each. God damn! But you got to remember, they did the deal before the channel was a channel.
All right, so Gill definitely speaking from a position of not knowing what he's talking about at all. He doesn't understand the landscape of social media or content creation with AMP. I said this before, he did not understand that. I said that before when I covered this shit. You can see when he said they make these kids famous and then refer to Cenat, when Cenat's situation came from people that were already popular. Almost all of them had 1 million subscribers before they even started AMP. For sure, I believe Duke, Agent, and Davis already had 1 million. So they started AMP to transition from 2K content to IRL content and expanded their fan base and went from just that to that. And then Cenat joined in, and that's how he was able to blow up by Phantom seeing his talent and then having him join the crew, and then he leveraged that. But it wasn't this behind the scenes company that just made them pop, and it was a natural connection, an organic connection between one creator that wanted to collaborate with another creator, brought them into the group, and then that group that already had motion blew them up, and they had the money to purchase or rent their own content house, and they just had eyes on them already. Gilbert is thinking he's not understanding that your perspective is basically the same shit, but they was trying to finesse you because you don't understand social media and content creation, because you are just someone who already has a popular name. You're already famous. Those guys are already famous too, but they are already famous because they understood social media and they didn't need these channels. So basically what you're doing, there's nothing wrong with what you're doing, but you're basically linking up with people that's like, these are people that are running production companies that will usually have their production companies on a television linear station. But since people consume content in a non-linear fashion, these companies are trying to meet people where they are on social media, on YouTube, and they're taking everything that they usually would do on an ESPN, FX, or whatever, and they're bringing that full production to YouTube, and they're just basically hiring you as talent. All to simply just sell advertisement slots. Just like TV, they're trying to sell advertisement slots, so it's the same damn thing. But you guys are doing a business totally different than he was projecting. So after this point right here, we seen Gilbert announce that he was going to be doing the arena, the gridiron, with Skip Bayless, Aqib Talib, Jay Gruden. I haven't seen Jay Gruden on it that much, but it's other people on the podcast or the show, and they talk about football, and it's really different than what was usual. I think it's because the channel wants to be able to make money outside of basketball season. They want to make money as much as possible. So, but they were asked about the business behind that, and this is what they had to say.
Okay, God, he said. Question from 2K God. He said, if football is popping, why did they have to take over your channel? Why couldn't they make their own channel and make that pop? Question mark.
That's what we would have said. That was the argument. But as a family,
am I asking too many questions?
No. As a company, no. As a company, you don't want to start from the beginning. Most people don't like the grind of anything, right? You know, they want something that's already turnkey and go. So why should they start from the beginning? Listen, we are expensive. We're not your average podcast expenses. We get paid a lot of money. So because they pay us a lot of money and we not taking no pay cuts in here, if they say your ass gonna do 2 days a week and we want to try what they do for 3 days a week and we keep our money, hey man, hey, do your thing, man. We'll see. Shit. Do your thing, man, right? Because at the end of the day, we can say, oh, hell nah, fuck that. And then they start cutting contracts. So if they want to go ahead and try 3 days a week until football season's over with and then recheck their hand, cool. Everybody still got their jobs.
Employment is key.
I can tell you this. I can tell you this. With the way our contracts is doing, they could say, hey man, we're gonna let about 6-7 of y'all go and turn y'all ass into Yep.
I'm kind of confused, and again, I feel like I'm asking too many questions, so I'm not.
No, you can take over this playback right now, sir, because if you ask questions, we can answer them. We will not bring these topics up.
We ain't no sellouts.
Okay, because this is now forcing me to ask very specific questions just because how familiar I am with the community and like what's going on in the space.
Okay.
So I'll just cut to the chase. Who owns the channel?
50-50.
Oh, okay. Well, it sounds like 49-59. I mean, 51-49.
No. Well, okay. So here was the deal. So, because this is my question. Okay. So this was my original channel that I built.
Okay.
When I started podcast and then went to Fubo, and then because we was on linear, we was on Fubo Network.
This is the same channel from that? This is the same channel from Fubo?
Yeah. No, but I had Fubo create their own channel, and this channel stayed dormant from 2018 to 2023. So basically, what I did is I said, here, we can use my channel instead of going with what was that? Showtime, Josiah. What was that first company that was trying to come in?
Showtime Basketball, right?
Yeah. So I said instead of us going on Showtime, I got a YouTube channel, and I said, listen, I'll give you guys 50% of the YouTube channel if you guys fund it. If you guys can have full control, like where it comes to thumbnails, creating, because I didn't know nothing about none of that. So you guys had the infrastructure. You give me the infrastructure, we're good, and that's how it went.
How long does that last?
I'm a free agent, and we're me and Joe free agent this summer. BJ just signed a 2-year deal, right? BJ, you just signed. You got re-upped.
Yeah, I signed a 1 year.
Oh, you signed 1 year. Oh, yeah. So we all free agents.
In the summer 26.
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah.
I guess there's other questions that need to be asked, but we won't ask them now.
You can ask, man.
We've said enough. We've said enough.
No. Here's the thing: is whatever question you ask, we asking the same thing. We asked the same thing. It was one of those things, man, where when you're sitting here and you talking about, I'm thinking, listen, we're gonna go 5 days a week. They're gonna start a new channel, and they're gonna do, they can start off at 3 days a week. And I was like, well, we don't spend this kind of money for those guys, and we have y'all big contract. As a business, we're not really making any money off you guys. You guys are doing great, but the sponsorships ain't coming in. For us to pay for the skips and nothing, we got to let some of your guys go. You see, when you started hearing shit like that, you be like, all right, no. Put it on the same channel. Because the last thing I want to do is, you got, Lexi. I can already see the people that are going to start letting go. And I'm like, not right now, man. We ain't got time for that. We moving. 2 old Dodgers in the 9th inning.
Damn.
Here's a secondary thought. I've done a few things on the internet and social media, as some of you may know. Check out Memes and Nightmares on Hulu when you get a chance. The other thought is just to embrace the LaQuint Dickey model and say, I'm going to work you niggas to death to get my bread back. So instead of 2 days, how you go 7?
It's still a lot of questions to be asked. I ain't, cause I'm gonna get real nasty.
Oh, bases loaded too. Let's go. That's not even a nasty. This just the game is the game, ladies and gentlemen. There are things
it's not.
Things you can't control.
I mean,
no, it's
man.
not.
Listen, let's just say it.
I don't subscribe to that. I don't subscribe to that. I don't.
Let's just say a lot of original Gill Arena staff, man. We got to mail them the million plaque. Let's just say that.
And y'all and everybody in the chat, y'all know what side of the internet I come from. I come from everybody that I know from that side of the internet owns everything that they do. AMP owns that. When AJ and I was doing playback and peer-to-peer, we own that. Bro, we and I've every YouTube channel I have done, I have owned. Davis, every channel he owned. Kai, Duke, Phantom, they've all owned. So the idea of like someone owning something that they don't, I've never in my life. Matter of fact, I even convinced niggas to cut off they CMCs so they weren't nobody taking no cuts at all. So I've never, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. I couldn't. It wasn't me.
That shit happened to me though.
Yeah, it wasn't. And to be fair, the money is crazy when they put it in your face, but then it's like every like 3 to 4 months, if you just dedicate a little bit more time, it's like, man, that shit don't even like what y'all like. The price keep going more and more up, so it's like, what the fuck?
No. Listen, listen. What you're saying is 100%, and I always talk about 100% ownership. But I had to make a decision when I first started, right? And I needed infrastructure, what I didn't have. Right, starting up a YouTube channel, we were on linear. I wasn't using this channel, so giving up 50% of a channel I didn't use seemed like the best idea to get a full studio and do all that. Right, put the boys on, fully paid for. Didn't see us going to this point. I didn't care about the YouTube channel because it's pennies. It's pennies to what we make. Yeah. It's pennies to what we make. Pennies to what we make.
Long term, or are you talking about
right now? It's pennies to what we make. So put it like this: if I own this and they said pay your staff, nigga, I can't afford not one person on my staff.
Not me. I'll be elsewhere.
That YouTube, then put it like this: the YouTube makes about $3-4 million a year.
Somebody got equipment.
Okay, that ain't our staff. Just say that our staff is way over 4 million a year.
All right, so I just want to pause it for a second. Like, it's nothing wrong with the route that he took. I find nothing wrong with it. It's just the projection onto Cenat previously, and it's like, bro, like, you got to know what you're talking about, and obviously you don't. You don't know what you're talking about, and that's the reason why that you took the approach that you took. You just said, let me just leverage my name and then get this bag, and that's the smart thing to do if you don't want to go ahead and invest the time into building everything on your own. I find nothing wrong with the route that he took based on what he want out of the quality of his life. He worked hard to make himself an NBA star, to be able to, you know, leverage himself, and then also being able to afford everyone. I get that point. But once again, he was projecting before, and he was thinking, I'm famous. That's why I'm getting paid this much. But they're not famous. Cenat wasn't originally famous, so there's no way that he's making money. They made him famous just the same way that they were coming to me about a deal previously. But that's not the only way to do things. So Lowe thinks differently, and that's fine, but it'll benefit Lowe much more to build his own shit, because he will get a bigger piece of the pie, because he's not Gilbert Arenas. So they're not going to come with that bag for him. He has to go ahead and get it off the muscle, because these folks, they're not going to understand. They're not going to understand the potential of what can grow. They're not going to just pour a bunch of money into Agent and Lowe because they not sure that it's going to work. Gilbert, before they even did the platform, the project, they poured the money in because they know it's Gilbert Arenas.
$4 million a month. I don't know.
Yeah, I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying.
So to give up 50% and y'all take care of that, and we just entertain and you build the structure, you do all that. That was the investment that I had to do. And then this next summer we'll reevaluate it. But listen, I'm like you. I'm a content creator, right? So I consider myself the tree. I'm the tree that makes fruit. I can move on from channels and start back up and do me, right? I understand how to create and do this from an entertainment standpoint. So I don't want to have 100% of something if I can't maximize it myself. Now, when the summer comes, I can maximize it. But when we first started, I didn't know nothing about nothing.
Yeah, okay.
You know, I was just on YouTube beef streets, you know, talking shit to Kwame Brown.
Yeah.
That was it. And from there, I built 1, 2, 3, 4 studios in that time frame. You know, so now it's time we can all do what we got to do. I got Amazon, I got Netflix, I got everybody barking.
Yeah.
You know, it was just like, I mean, I ain't know y'all before, Lo. So I ain't know about the independents. Like,
we got it.
What was funny is I had a YouTube channel, didn't even know nothing about YouTube.
All right, so I don't got much more to say, dog. Dude right here says, Gill, the first nigga in a 360 podcast deal. Homie said, niggas be so worried about having ownership. The man said his staff getting paid more than the channel actually makes. 50% of something is better than 100% of nothing. Yeah, man. How you let your show get gentrified on your day off? Listen, man, that's his way he chose to do business. I ain't mad at it, bro. Like, it is a lot of work to, you know, film and then actually have to worry about everything on the back end. That's a whole lot of shit to worry about. I know a lot of people would love to just focus on creating and entertaining, and that's what he wants to do. Just create and entertain. Let everybody else focus on the back end, go and get sponsorships and all those things. That's what he wants to do. Not everyone wants to own every single thing. It sounds good, and it sounds good to the average listener, you know, when they're supporting someone that seems like they doing everything on their own. But y'all hear Underdog over and over and over again on this shit. Y'all should understand that Underdog is very much a part of what's going on over there. And then also being able to have all them people on the show, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, man. But hey, though, y'all let me know what you got to say in the comment section below. I'm going to get about it here, though. This is another update with Stace. Yo.